is I, John Reagan, the uncommon voice for the common man, coming to you today live from Shadyside, Ohio, in the good old USA, where I love my country. When I picked my screen name, I said that I picked my name to honor the great Ronald Wilson Reagan, because I am not only proud to be an American, I am proud of America. And I am proud that my side, the conservatives and the Republicans, stand with our true allies, Israel. But that's not to be said the same thing for the other side. The other side says things like this. I want you to hear this. Now, the other side says things like this when it comes to this issue of the West Bank settlements. Now, the West Bank settlements, of course, are in Israel with the border of Jordan. And the basic idea of the West Bank settlements is to build these settlements so that the people of Israel can protect themselves from this organization known as the Palestinian Liberation Organization, better known as the PLO. Now, we are going to be told by the Islamo lovers on the left that the PLO, just like the Muslim Brotherhood, are not a terrorist organization, and they are not Islamic extremists. Now, I want you to listen to this. Now, quote, the Palestinian people are now being deprived of the necessities of life by economic restrictions imposed on them by Israel and the United States. Now, who would you think would say something that incredibly insane? Do you know who that is? That guy's name is Jimmy Carter, or as I like to call him, Jimmy, my name is Earl Carter. That's who made that incredible statement. Now, today, there's going to be a UN resolution funded by the damn PLO against these West Bank settlements. And since this is going to come up in the Security Council, the United States of America, like all of the 5 major powers, has veto power. But the question is, are we going to veto it? There's a little problem with that. And the problem is that, of course, that we have our president, Barack Hussein Obama, who very well might not veto this resolution condemning the West Bank settlements. In fact, it's been known that Obama administration is trying to get a hold of the PLO and press them not to bring this vote up in the UN because they don't want to have to make the choice. And there's always a distinct possibility that they may very well not veto it and basically side with the PLO. Now, I want you to take this into consideration. All these things that happen that are anti-Jewish, anti-Israel, comes down from who? And that would be the Islamo lovers on the left. Remember Obama's, his national security advisor, I believe his name is Jones, I could be wrong about that, but I know it was his national security advisor, made a joke about Israel, about an anti-Semitic joke, and nothing was really said about it. He gave that speech somewhere in Washington, D.C., and basically made an anti-Semitic joke. And, of course, nothing was said about it. And remember Helen Thomas? Before Helen Thomas was bounced out of the White House press corps, she basically called the Israel army and Israel people a bunch of damn terrorists. She actually said that Israel is occupying Arab land and they need to get the hell out of here. And when they said that, finally, that old hag had to be hustled out of the damn press room because she was an embarrassment. But we also know she's an anti-Semite. Now, consider this. When the mosque was being built at Ground Zero, who was it that stood up and said that the persons that are building this mosque should go ahead and United States, siding with the damn Muslim mosque builders instead of the American people. That's not surprising. Remember when Netanyahu was having a dinner to discuss these West Bank settlements? And of course, Netanyahu didn't see things Obama's way, so Obama embarrassed him and walked out. Went up to have dinner with his wife and kids and said, well, until Netanyahu sees things my way, I'm out of here. Call me if he changes his mind. And Netanyahu said, no, I'm not changing my mind. And now we have these Iranian warships. Our president doesn't do anything. It's been announced today that they have received permission from the Egyptian government to travel through the Suez Canal. We're not doing anything about it. Of course not. But Israel, on the other hand, says this is a provocation. And if it turns out there's weapons on these ships, they may have to do something about it. And we all understand how this thing comes down. What you have is a president, an administration, a media, and the left-wing wackos at MSNBC that actually are what I call the Islamo lovers. I do not understand this. These people killed 3,000 of our people on the 9/11 attacks. I don't believe that the people that flew the planes into the building were of Jewish descent. They were Muslims. But yet, for some strange reason, these Islamo lovers in the administration and MSNBC and the media love these damn Islamists. And I don't understand why. These people are our enemies. And these people are what stand between us and our enemies. And we should support them. And if Obama administration does indeed not veto this anti-Semitic resolution in the anti-Semitic United Nations, then the first order of business when the Republicans take over is to get this nation out of the damn United Nations. It's a damn anti-Israel fraud, and it's nothing but a bunch of damn mouthpieces for tin-horn dictators and despots. And if they dare say anything anti-Israeli, then we should back our good ally and get the hell out of the United Nations and tell them to pick up their damn building and move it someplace else, like Cairo. The perfect place for it. Move it over there, and while you're at it, take Obama and Keith Olbermann and Chris Matthews and Fathead Ed I Know Nothing, Georgia Schultz, and Rachel Muffy Maddow, and take them with you and get them out of this country. Until next time, this is your favorite Israeli-loving conservative Republican saying this to you now. When travesties like this break out, my tirades break in. Until next time,